And speaking of jobs, no issue weighs heavier on the presidential campaign. And yesterday, Mitt Romney took a swipe at President Obama for failing to bring unemployment below 8%. But while Romney would like to stay focused on Mr. Obama, right now his biggest concern is rounding up enough delegates to nail down the Republican nomination. And correspondent Nancy Cordes is following the campaign in Biloxi, Mississippi. And good morning, Nancy.
Good morning to you, James. Mitt Romney and the other top candidates in this race say they are committed to staying in it all the way to the Republican convention in August in Tampa, Florida. There's just one problem with that. If they do, none of them might get the number of delegates they need to clinch this nomination outright.
Governor Mitt Romney.
Stumping in Birmingham, Mitt Romney continued his Southern charm offensive, celebrating an endorsement from the country band Alabama.
Wouldn't you love to hear him sing Sweet Home Alabama? Wouldn't that be wonderful?
In the race to rack up delegates, Romney has a commanding lead, 396 to Rick Santorum's 146. Newt Gingrich trails with 97, and Ron Paul has 38. But with 4 candidates splitting the vote, Romney himself may not get the 1,144 delegates he needs to clinch the nomination before the Republican convention in August. Exactly the scenario his opponents are hoping for.
Everybody knows all these delegates are up for grabs. There are very few that are hard committed.
Santorum said Friday he's preparing for the possibility of a contested convention where he would try to convince some of Romney's delegates to change their votes. Gingrich says he intends to do the same.
We want to make the case to all of the delegates who are not legally bound that, in fact, the other 2 candidates can't beat Obama. And if they come to that conclusion, I think the convention may end up being one of the most surprising conventions in modern times.
Contested conventions don't have a history of ending well. Back in 1976, President Jerry Ford survived a contested convention only to be beaten by Jimmy Carter. And back in 1952, Rebecca, Adlai Stevenson eked out a victory in the Democratic convention only to be beaten by Dwight Eisenhower in the fall.
Good history lesson. Nancy Cordes in Gulfport, Mississippi. Thanks, Nancy.